Okay. All right. Yeah, we're going to just stick with this. Okay. Do you want to begin?
Okay, yeah. Again, we're not, I'm not sure if you're hearing us 100%.
They are. They say they've written it in the
You're
chat.
saying, yeah, okay, yeah. It's happening, sometimes we have to work with what we've got here, and we don't know what the glitch is, but we're glad to be back. Where did that year go? Yeah, so goes a whole year, huh? And mostly, we want to say a few things about our retreat, but also, I think first on the agenda is we wanted to thank the folks who've been practicing with us for a long time, who were willing to take over the daily sit for an entire year to keep it going for all of you. And we're incredibly grateful to them. We know how much work it takes, how much organization and work, to prepare the talks, and they were really willing to take it on. And we got even though we were on retreat for the whole year, we've got little messengers. Little children in the forest would come and whisper into our ears that things were going pretty well with the daily. And so we did get word from time to time, and we're really thrilled that the right decision was made to see if we could carry on. You could all carry on for the whole year without us, and it sounds like they all did that in flying colors, and we want to thank our colleagues. Yeah.
We had great faith. I want you to know, we knew that you would all be held by the group of people who offered their wisdom to you for the year. We knew that. And I want to thank you, all of you, because I know some of you are here. I can see some of you. I want to thank you so much for holding space the way you did.
Big bow, big bow.
A deep bow, deep bow. And all of you for showing up. Like showing up, you're showing up for each other. This is the thing. This Sangha grew out of thin air. Out of thin air. All of you are scattered all over the world. Sometimes people tune in. But you come together and we make this happen. We co-create an occasion every day where we just come in for a landing. Just a short landing, and just to see how it is inside, and to hear some useful words, and to take what we can out into the world and use that during the day. This is good food for the heart, and this is really what all of us need in this world right now. All of us need that. So thank you for showing up for yourself and each other.
Yeah, and again, our original thinking was, well, yeah, probably for a few months people will want to come, during COVID, which is when it started. Started more than 3 years ago. We're about to enter our 4th year with the daily sit. We thought, well, it'll last a few months, and then people are going to get back to their lives, and that will be that. But you have shown each other and us that there's still an abiding interest in an ongoing online Sangha, and support to practice more regularly, if not daily. Of course, we're encouraging you to practice daily, but just that the more regular coming together, showing up for each other, showing up for yourself. And we're just really thrilled that it's carrying on, and that we can carry on together now for a 4th year. And during this year, we're back, of course, but
yes,
but we're not going to do 362 days this year like we did the first year, And now we have 5 colleagues who are trained in this. You're connected with them, and there's going to be some sharing of that through this year. They have agreed to continue also with us so that we can keep it going, which is great, because we couldn't handle it all of it ourselves at this point, so we need them as well. So we'll be doing a fair amount of it, and they'll be joining in as well, along the way, throughout the whole year, actually.
Mhm.
Yeah. There'll be a couple months when we'll be at the Forest Refuge on retreat again, two months this year, 2.5 months this year, and some other places where we're teaching or traveling. And they've been willing to step up and sign up and continue with us. So it'll be a team approach. A team approach from this point on. Yeah. Okay.
Mhm.
And as for and we have some ideas about what we'll be focusing on with you this year, but we'll talk about that next week. Just to say a few words about our retreat. Some of you heard us on New Year's Eve. I think some of you were there. I'm going to revisit a couple things. We both do. Mostly for myself, there was just great gratitude through the whole thing. That we could take this time to practice. We never forgot what a gift it was to be able to practice during this year, including with our main teacher, Ajahn Suchito, who's now 73 years old and who came to the Forest Refuge for a month there, our last month there. And you never know how long you're going to be able to study with these people and how many times he's going to be coming back. So we were really grateful that he was able to come for another month. And mostly, this has been largely the story of my practice, but it got reinforced again this year, which is it's not as so much about huge bells and whistles, huge breakthroughs, completely transformative moments of total freedom, but more, and I always wanted those, and the problem with wanting those, which it's become increasingly clear to me, is that it overlooked all of the other things that were happening. Yeah, some other nice things were happening. Like, this isn't so big. This isn't a big deal. This isn't a big deal. I want the big deal. I want the big deal. That's what I'm interested in. And what I've seen is that it's all about the smaller deals and the smaller moments of appreciation and dialing into the present moment and the relationship to the present moment, whatever life is presenting, bringing a little bit more contentment, a little bit more acceptance, a little bit more ease, simple qualities that didn't used to seem so important, but which seem extremely important at this point. Yeah. I think long ago, I would start to become more content after a while in practice. I would have thought, well, that doesn't sound like such a big deal. I want more than that. And but it is a very big deal. It is a very big deal. And as much as we will imagine that we want bigger truths and bigger transformative experiences, some of what we want is to feel more deeply at home in our skins, in our minds, and in our bodies. Just a little bit more settledness within ourselves. And that kind of thing is happening more for me. That simple thing is happening more for me. And I offer that to you because I know we can all lose sight of the moment and hope for something bigger, etc. Yeah. So hope you find that useful. It's been a hugely useful teaching for me. Yeah.
Well, also in the fruit of the practice is it often doesn't show up, when you're in a rarefied situation like a retreat center where you're kind of practicing in the heavenly realms, really. But the fruit of the practice is revealed in daily life, like when you come back into what is more normal. Like when we came back home, for some of you who were there on Saturday night, we left the retreat center on a Sunday, and with our teacher Ajahn Suchito, and then Monday, Bill is on the operating table having his eye operated on. And it was a much more dramatic and traumatic experience, and much longer. And so we had a few challenges in the first few weeks that we've been out of retreat. We both got sick. We had multiple vaccinations, and we got sick from that. And we had lovely company. But when you're sick and you have company, how is that going to be? Really, how is that going to be? But actually, it was beautiful. And this is the fruit of the practice. It was beautiful. We weren't stressed about how it was going to unfold. It didn't go smoothly, and that was totally cool. So the things that I've become aware of are our ability to stay steady in the presence of the chaos. Our ability to be able to, for me, the ability to be able to track how is it going in here and smoothing it out in here if it does start to get a little ruffled. And the ease with which that happens, and how organic it feels. It's like I'm making myself remember to do this. It's just available to me. And it's available to me because I've done it enough times, enough repetition. And this may seem, again, like it's not a big glossy thing, but to feel the strength of one's equanimity in the face of a lot of trials and tribulations is deep practice. That's the result of deep practice. So that's been one of the things that just right off the bat, we've been very aware of. The other thing I want to say that really came forward, and I think, this is also a product of aging, right? Of getting older. I've entered the grand age of 60, so I'm in the 60s now. And that there are these reflections that are often used in the Buddhist practices. I am of the nature to grow old. I am of the nature to get sick. I am of the nature to die. Those particular reflections on this is just the nature of life. This is the nature of being alive. And what it brings forward for me is not the downer of, I'm going to get sick. It's like, I so deeply appreciate my body's ability to stay as healthy as it is. I so deeply appreciate that both of us wake up in the morning, because it won't always be so. But I am so deeply grateful for right now, for this moment, for today, for this breath, and that the sense faculties, including the mind, are all working relatively well. And these are very important things for us to recognize, because they are near at hand. And so often we don't think about the fact that we woke up in the morning. We don't think about the fact that we have, a million things to do during the day, and our bodies and minds are going with us and doing everything that it needs to do, and we somehow manage to get it all done or get a lot done. We don't appreciate that, or appreciate the health of the body. It's a given until we're sick, and then we're upset, right? But then when we get well again, do we notice that? Like, oh my goodness, this body is able to recover, however much it's able to recover. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it's the ordinary miracles that we want to bring your attention to. We bring our attention to. It's just that feeling of being normal. Normal balance is. A lot of causes and conditions are operating in there for that sense of just being normal. Okay. We think this is the way it is. It's not the way it is. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of things. I mean, we're getting back to normal in our health. There's finally, after 3 weeks, finally, a little bit more vision is coming back in this eye, right? A little bit, day by day. It's still like a huge it's looking through a Coke bottle, but it's like, oh, but it's a little different. It's coming back just a little bit. It's coming back just a little bit. Well, that has nothing to do with my willpower or my wanting it to be so, or my right effort. It's a miracle, is what it is. How is the organ? How is that happening? How's that happening? So basically, our practice is moving toward less complaints about things not quite being the way we would like them to be, and more appreciation for the way they are, and for what's wholesome, and for what's working. Yeah. So the ordinary miracles that we're surrounded by and we're held by. Yeah. So,
Let's take it away.
so ready to meditate? Yeah. I just
think
wondering
we've
if you
talked
wanted to
enough
try the
about it.
other thing one more time and see if it comes in better.
I'm not going to play with it.
Do we have anything in the chat? Are people still hearing us okay?
Mostly up. Yes, good. Very good. Thank you. Thank you.
All
Beautiful.
right. So, so our first meditation together in 2023. Huh? Yeah. So when you're ready. Lightly close the eyes. And if there's another little move that you need to make, with eyes, swaying, shifting, stretching. That if it's helpful to take a couple of deeper than usual breaths into the sun. And releasing. And bringing some appreciation to the fact that we are here in the body. Breathing. The breath is already moving. It is breathing. You have to look too far. Into gratitude. And the breath of life. We have a Zen friend who often say, the breath is moving now, and he'll say, yes, and it won't always be so. And there are moments when it almost takes me by surprise, like, oh, that seems like Oh, and yet it's true, isn't it? And it can help to appreciate the now and the fact that it is coming in now, the breath of life. Right. So in this way, with this kind of reflection, it's a way to bring the heart into our practice so that it's not just cognitive and it's not casual. It's just like, oh, right. It's more meaningful than that, more precious than that. and checking to see whether there's an element of kindness in the atmosphere of your meditation practice. We know how that can slip away, and invite that back in when we notice that. As if this were something we cared about. Softening and allowing. The last few minutes of the meditation. Thank you, everybody. Can we
We did it.
still unmute? Can they
Yes,
mute
yeah,
themselves?
we'll give you a moment. Yes, we can.
Can you unmute yourselves and say,
Hold on one moment. I'm going to give you permission. All right, everyone.
Where do we see everybody?
Thank you so
Lovely
much.
to
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Staying
Sangha.
together.
Thank you, Susan.
Bye. Powerful.
Be well, everyone.
Welcome
So
home.
powerful, sitting together.
Bye-bye.
Welcome
Great to have you
home.
back. Thank you for my first time.
Welcome back.
Oh, yeah.
thanks so much, everybody.
Thank
Really
you.
great.
you.
Love you.
Have a
Tomorrow.
wonderful day.
Bye-bye. Enjoy the day.
Bye now.
Yes. I don't know why we didn't get the full. There's a, yeah. Switch camera? No, that's the back and forward one. All participants. Oh,
That's over there.
Yeah.
We didn't do that one.
Who got it?
Yeah, we have meeting.